Welcome to another episode of Whitetail Rendezvous, coming to you 6 days a week as we interview whitetail experts and hear their traditions and personal stories of the hunt. Learn more about the latest gear, discover proven tips, and the latest strategies so you can make your next hunt a success. Now, here's your host, Bruce Hutchin.
On behalf of Whitetail Rendezvous, this is your host, Bruce Hutchin, and I want to say thank you to everybody for making 2016 a banner year. Why? Because we went over 100,000 iTunes downloads. Why? Because we had over 300 guests on the show. And talking about the show, sometimes my guests are in a tree stand, sitting in a pickup truck on the top of a hill, or just don't have great bandwidth to pick up the recording. So I apologize for that. We're doing the best we can, but this is a real show with real people in real places.
This is Whitetail Rendezvous Podcast, episode number 318.
Welcome to another episode of Whitetail Rendezvous. This is your host, Bruce Hutchin, and this is part 2 of Blake Alma and Eli Gourdin, where we're talking about the Hunters War, Blake's new book that he just released. So listen up. It's interesting information that we all need to know in the current status of hunting in America. Hey, listeners, don't forget to text 33444. Food Plot for your free Food Plot ebook. Welcome to another episode of Whitetail Rendezvous. This is your host, Bruce Hutchin, and this is part 2, and we're having an interesting conversation with Blake Alma and Eli Gourdin, and Blake is the Outdoors Art Radio show on WRVO, and we're wading into a lot of things that are part of our society, the framework of hunting, and Blake's coming out with a brand new book. So Blake, jump into your book and for the second part, and then we'll talk about more about hunting and trapping, but this book, I think, is important. And ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't hear part 1, you should go back and listen to it. Blake's 16 years old. So, Blake.
Yeah, thanks, Bruce. Yeah, let me sure thing. I'll talk about my book real quick. It's called The Hunters War. The subtitle is Vegans vs. Hunters. I will be releasing the book on ebook via Kindle on January 2nd, so that would be this upcoming Monday, the day after New Year's, and I'll be releasing it on ebook. As for the paperback, I have no idea when we'll be releasing that because I have to receive the Library of Congress number for the paperback, and I haven't received that yet, and they said it might take so long, and so I can't legally publish my paperback until I receive the Library of Congress catalog number. And so I know it. Hopefully by sometime next week I'll have that published, the paperback. But the ebook, I will be releasing my ebook for free the first 5 days of its publication. So anybody can get it absolutely free. You can download the Kindle app to your phone. If you already have a Kindle, just download it to the Kindle. It will be free, completely free. I will not charge one dime for it. First 5 days, absolutely free. So anybody can read it. And it's a short book. It'll be about maybe a 45-minute read. It'll be absolutely free. And so then, of course, Eli and Ariana have forwarded the book, and so they talk about their situation, and then I also talk about hunting martyrs like Evo Sharanki, Walter Palmer with Cecil the Lion, Josh Bomar, who speared a bear. I talk about myself. I'll talk about Ariana and all of our anti-hunting situations. I'll talk about that in the book. I talk about why is veganism such a big deal, and we've already talked a little bit about that. I also have a chapter about understanding veganism. What is the point of veganism? And also, there is no point, it's just pure ignorance. But I try to help you understand why do vegans believe what they believe, but then they contradict themselves in why they believe what they believe. And so it doesn't really fall into place, making it absolutely pointless. And then I talk about what's the difference between pets and game animals. What's the difference? I explain the purposes of all kinds of different animals. I talk about the creation of animals. Why were animals created? When were they created? How were they created? I talk about stuff like that. And then I also talk about things to talk to a vegan about. If a vegan starts harassing you, see, if you don't say anything back to the vegan, they're just going to feel more sure of themselves, and that will just push them to end the right to hunt, okay? That'll just make them feel more sure of themselves if you don't say anything, because that's exactly what I don't want, because that will end up ultimately you losing our right to hunt. But I talk about things to say to a vegan in it. And I talk about all of that in my book. And even though it's a short book, it's chock full of information. And I want hunters to understand. That's why I'm making my book free the first 5 days of its publication on ebook, so that hunters can go find it, read it, and understand why veganism is so foolish and so insignificant, so hypocritical, and really it's just hateful. It's just murder. That's all it is. Hate is murder, as the Bible says. And so that's all what veganism is. And I want them to teach their children, teach their friends, teach their children of their friends, teach everybody you can come across, to just tell them, hey, it's okay to hunt animals. It's okay. And here's why veganism is wrong. And so we have to explain that. And so that's why I wrote this book. And that's why I also asked Eli and Ariana Gourdin, so that they have been in this situation. And so I asked them to forward my book so that hunters understand, well, look, they've been in this situation. They know what they're talking about. If they don't think I know what I'm talking about, at least they know what Eli and Ariana are. And so, like I said, I'm a radio show host. I'm an outdoor writer. I have 5 published books already. And, it's just something that I've come across in my career thus far. And I know when I get older, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Unless we stop it now. If it is stopped, if it is just obliterated, we won't have this issue ever again. So that's why I wrote this book. And it's let me just read to you what the back cover says real quick. It's just a couple sentences. In this modern world, the war between vegans and hunters is always growing. Hopefully this war will come to rest. The vegan finds fault in the hunter, while the hunter finds fault in the vegan. Who was right and who was wrong? Is killing animals wrong? Is hating hunters wrong? Is the vegan right about their belief of veganism? Who will win this hunters war? For this book is for hunters by hunters. And obviously, to me, this is like a turkey shoot for hunters, okay? This war could be so easily won because it's a no-duh. When you read this book, you'll be like, oh, wow, duh. If a vegan ever reads this book, okay, I'm sure they will, they'll be like, oh no, they know my weaknesses. Oh, if a vegan reads this book, they are literally defenseless. And the only thing they're going to say, if they say anything, is like, oh, you're despicable, Blake. That's the only thing they can do. And that will just prove my book to be more correct, because look, they hate me, and that's why I talk about my book. They hate me because I kill animals for, not pleasure, but for food and for human benefit. If a vegan says, oh, you're despicable, or they give me death threats, that only proves my book to be more correct. And I guarantee you I will come across those threats. I will come across those hate comments. I know it will happen. I've already received like 2 or 3. I've just been posting it on social media recently. I've already received a couple of them saying it's just dumb. Why do you kill animals? And so I've already received that, and I know that I'm just going to receive more of it, and that will only prove my book to be more correct. And I talk really, my beliefs are built upon the foundation of the Bible. And the Bible says that we can eat meat. God says we have dominion over the animal. God says, hey, it's cool to hunt. Go hunt. Go right ahead. I mean, that's why I kill animals, for your benefit. And I built this upon the foundation of the Bible. Because remember, if there's no Bible, there is no law. If there is no law, there is no right and wrong. If there's no right and wrong, there's no conscience. But there is a conscience, henceforth there is a right and wrong. And since there's a right and wrong, there must be a law. And therefore, if there's a law, there's a God. And so, we have conscience between what is right and what is wrong. A vegan is only a vegan, not because they actually, within their heart, they believe it's wrong. They do it because they want that attention. They're like, oh, man, I want to walk down the street, and generally vegans are going to be a little more scrawny. Walk down the street, and they're like, oh, look at that attention. Oh, they're so small. They must be a vegan. Oh, they're taking care of animals. That's just a good thing. And I could do the same thing. I could walk down the street with my camo, big old cowboy boots, camo hat with my fish hook on it, be like, I conserve wildlife. I could do that exact same thing if I wanted to, but we really don't. We really don't. Like, what does it? Oh yeah, guys, look at me. I'm a hunter. Get that. I conserve wildlife. We don't do that. Why? Because we know that hunting is correct, and I don't really need to fight a vegan, but they fight us, and so we kind of have to fight back now. And so I talk about that all in my book. Why was veganism wrong? Why is it even a big deal? Hunters sit back and like, it's not a big deal. Who cares? It won't happen. And it will happen if we sit back and do nothing, like some of us are now. Eli's taking the stand. I have taken the stand. Some of the hunting runners talking this book have taken the stand. I'm sure you, Bruce, have taken the stand. And what we must do is take that stand. I have a chapter called Standing Up. we have to stand up and say, hunting is right because of this. Veganism is wrong because of this. And it's just foolishness, it's hypocrisy, it's murder, it's hate, it's all of that. And what is hunting? Hunting is a pleasure. It really is. It's free food. It's free human resources. It brings us benefit of human life. It brings us memories, as Eli said. It does all of these things. And when you look at it, there is nothing wrong with being a hunter, unless you're a poacher. I talk about that in my book. But there's absolutely nothing whatsoever wrong with being a hunter. Being a vegan, I believe it's sin. Not because of the vegan, because of veganism. See, here's the difference between poaching and hunting, though. Let me go back really quick, and then I'll let Eli say something. Poaching is not sin because I killed the animal, but it is because I disobeyed the law, and that's why it's wrong. It says in Hebrews, I believe it's 15 or 16, I can't remember, it says, obey them that have rule over you. It's not a sin because I killed the animal whatsoever. God doesn't necessarily care about the animal life. He cares about you, and he saw that you sinned, you disobeyed the law, and that's what he cares about, and that's how that's sin, not because you killed the animals, because you disobeyed the law. Whether I don't have a license, I kill it during the off-season, I illegally shoot it with an illegal weapon, whatever that case may be, that's poaching. That is what's wrong with that. And so I wish vegans would understand that. Vegan might throw back, some might throw this back at you. Well, the Bible says his eye is on the sparrow. Now, most vegans are atheists, so they don't typically always use that. I've been used that. I know a couple of Messianic Jews who are vegans, and they'll say, well, God's eye is on the sparrow. But I'm like, well, see, so God must care about that bird. I'm like, well, first off, what is a sparrow? Obviously, it's a black bird. That's all I know about a sparrow. But God uses that sparrow. You know why? Because it is an insignificant bird that nobody ever talks about. Okay? I don't ever talk about sparrows. Okay? It's an insignificant bird that has no meaning. God says, hey, if my eye is on this little insignificant puny sparrow, trust me, dear human, my eye is most certainly on something that's more significant, much more important, and my eyes, trust me, I'm watching you. If you mess up, my hammer's coming down on you. And he's like, if I have my eye on this insignificant sparrow, trust me, I have my eye on you. And that just proves my point more. And so, let's say that sparrow's flying over the sky, a hunter shoots it down. What God's going to do? Move on to the next sparrow, all right? He doesn't care about the sparrow. He can see the sparrow because he can do anything. And so if his eye can see that sparrow, trust me, he's watching us. He's watching the vegans falsely accusing us of just murder and it's just foolishness. All it is. That's what veganism is. And so God's like, hey, I'm watching you guys. If I see this puny, pathetic, insignificant sparrow, trust me, I'm watching you. And so vegans will sometimes throw that back at me, typically Messianic Jews and stuff like that.
Let's roll it back to Eli, Blake.
Yeah.
Eli, let's just talk about, being outdoors and the whole experience, the adventure, whatever. My hunting, and everybody understands that. When I pulled the trigger of my crossbow or my rifle, that's nanosecond. And I put a year, I might have put 2 years, I might have put 3 years in getting to the place that I call there, to getting there, wherever there is. And then it's the period. It's over. But before then, I've had this whole experience that lasted X number of days, months, years, building up to that one thing. And that's how I look at hunting. Hunting in itself is the adventure. The killing of the animal is the period. Okay, so I'm out here and I've killed some wolves in British Columbia, and we can blow that up any way you want. And the outfitter was happy that I killed the wolves because they take away from his ability to learn, and they're apex killers. I mean, they're really good at what they do. They really are. And so, but that was, boom, I did it, and it was over. But the whole experience leading up to calling in those woods, the whole thing is part of the experience. And people who don't hunt don't understand that. Your thoughts on that, Eli?
I think you're exactly right. The people that don't hunt don't understand the preparation, the hard work, the dedication, and most of all the memories. That's what makes each and every successful hunt, or even unsuccessful hunt, so important and so memorable, is everything leading up to it. Because it's not like you just pop out in the woods and, hey, there's the buck of a lifetime, and you shoot it and it's over. It's never, granted, it can happen for some people, but for most of us that are real outdoor enthusiasts, that's not how it is at all. We prepare for years, sometimes years, to get out and be able to harvest such a majestic animal. And, I think that if given the opportunity, a lot more people were given the opportunity at a younger age to get involved in it, they would have a totally different view. That's why I keep falling back on the ignorance. I think that they don't understand it, so they hate it. And that's where the ignorance comes into play.
I agree with that. Yep, absolutely.
So when you look at, I want to jump in this because I've sat here for 45 minutes, almost an hour. We got just a couple minutes more, and then we're going to have to roll this up. I got another show coming. But really quick, Blake, you're 16 years old and you're intelligent. I don't know how smart you are, but you're really intelligent because you can connect the dots in such a way that it makes sense. And that's a rare gift. How did you start this journey?
Well, first off, let me say this. Anybody could have done what I've done. And here's the only thing that I did that what my generation doesn't do. I have spent thousands of countless hours building my foundation. Thousands. And that's where I have found success. It's not because of me. It's because of God. He's blessed me for my thousands of hours of work. It's nothing because of me. I'm just Blake. I'm sure I'm 16, but that's what I did. That's what I spent most of the time. I didn't play video games. I didn't watch TV. I didn't play on my cell phone. I enjoy pursuing the outdoors. Now, back to what I said in part one, I talked about how that chipmunk, that I killed that chipmunk. That was an article. That's when I first discovered anti-hunting. And let's just say I had a little candle lit, okay? It made me a little mad, okay? But I didn't get it. I had this little candle lit. But back in, when was it, Eli? When was your hunting incident? August?
August.
Okay, yeah, it was August. And when I saw that on Yahoo News, my mom actually showed it to me. She said, "Oh, Blake, come over here, look at this." And I watched my little candle touch this fabric, this tender fabric, and just blazed into this huge fire. I'm like, oh, whoa! I'm like, wow, this is dumb. The threat to the 12-year-old girl's life of the death of a giraffe and zebra. Oh my goodness, wow. And that's when I started researching this topic. And I'm like, well, this has to come to an end. I'm like, this is dumb. This is murder. This is hate. This is hypocrisy. This is lie. This is just absolutely just retarded. I'm like, this is going down. I'm like, if the vegans take me down, I'm going to take them down with me. That was my philosophy. And let's say they somehow like filleted me somehow. I don't know how they could do that, but let's say they filleted me. I was going to be sure that I would take them down with me if hunters had to go down too. And so vegans, we're not using the word vegans as a generic term with anti-hunters and animal activists. They don't like us because they don't understand it, first off. But second off, again, they think animal life is greater than human life. It's just pure ignorance, like you and I said. And I talk about that in my book. And so it's nothing because of me, but it's because that I spent the time doing it. Anybody can spend the time doing anything. And if you put your heart and mind to it, you have success at it. I know you will. And here's what my advice to Ariana is. I tell her this every once in a while. I'm like, if you don't start young, you'll never get anywhere. She wants to be a full-time outdoorsman, right, Eli?
Yep.
And if she doesn't start now, she has a blessed foundation. Her foundation, I want to say like this, she got on a silver platter, and that's a huge blessing for her. Even though all the anti-hunters and all the hate is terrible, hunters now know who she is. And she has that foundation that was already built, given to her. And she needs to use that for her benefit and start young and pursue the outdoors. I didn't get that foundation on a silver platter. I had to build that. And now that I've built it, since I built the foundation, now I have to build the walls and the roof. And that's what I'm doing right now. And in order for me to do that, I have to spend the time to do it. If I sit back and don't do anything, like I've been saying about hunters and vegans, if hunters don't do anything, it isn't going to do anything. And so if I sit back and don't do anything, it isn't going to do anything for me.
Guys, we got to wrap the show up. This has been unbelievable. We could go on for a while, but on behalf of Whitetail Rendezvous, Blake Alma and Eli Gourdin, thank you so much for being guests on the show today. And we've got to have a follow up to this. I just, when I get back from ATL, I'll contact you both, because this is a subject that needs to be talked about, and people need to understand that there is a war out there for not only our people say hunting rights, but the tradition of hunting and our way of life. And there really is. So with that, gentlemen, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having
Thank you, Bruce. Yeah, thanks for having us, man. You take care, right?
Hey, folks, I think you're going to enjoy the next show. We're going to talk with Jason Reed. Jason is the marketing manager for the Crossman Company. He has a lot of interest in the outdoors, and you can connect with him at Pushing the Wild Limits. Stay tuned. It's going to be interesting.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for another episode of Whitetail Rendezvous, where you can listen and learn from the experts so you can be more successful on your next hunt. Until next time, listen, learn, and succeed.